Welcome to the rundown. First of all, today Jalen Waddle got paid a 3-year extension, worth 28 million. That's his annual salary, but far as bonus, far as guarantees, that's 66. That's 60. No, that's 76 million. Excuse me. So yeah, he got paid. So he's the number two receiver for Miami Dolphins. For those who don't know, but yeah, well deserved to him. Um, I think he has an argument with the rest of the guys that got paid. You know, the one who really have an argument is Devontae Smith. He have an argument because I think he got paid what 25, 26, or however it was. Wait, now if you took um Devontae Smith and you took Jalen Waddle off of Miami and the Eagles, would you think those two guys still put up the same amount of numbers with let's say Smitty goes to Miami and Waddle goes to the Eagles? Do y'all still think they put up the same production? I do, because they will have a number one right beside them. So that's what I think. And both are good players, to be honest with you. It is that they get over. Well, I'm not gonna say. Yeah, both get overshadowed by the number one receiver on their teams, and that's not a knock on the number one receiver, because the number one receiver doing his job, which is AJ Brown. So yeah, they get the same amount of targets, but yeah, they're gonna talk about AJ Brown, rightfully so. He's the man on that team. Devontae Smith is second. But when AJ Brown was out uh the last couple of games, Devontae Smith showed what he could do. That's and rightfully so. Like I said before, the Eagles, they had a bad second half of the season. I think all them guys gonna bounce back, especially Jalen. Jalen gonna bounce back. He just letting people talk and say what they gonna say. But they know that Jalen Hurts belong in the same category with the top guys. He could beat the top guys. And the Super Bowl, he went throw for throw with Mahomes. Last year, Jalen went to Arrowhead and beat him. So, and like I said, last year also, Jalen Hurts beat Josh Allen, who some claim that he's the number three quarterback. I don't have that. Yeah, I don't have Josh Allen in top three. Top three, like I said, he can't even beat the top guys. He can't even beat Mahomes, Joe Burrow, none of them guys. Yeah. So he, so he can't beat those guys. Now let me go to my second topic. Um, no, hold on. Let me go back to my first topic. They pay Waddle. Um, this goes to show you that they paid their two receivers. They just got LBJ, who I did a video um that say that OBJ was looking into them. Then he signed with them. So that goes to show you that they they not sure about Tua because Tua had concussions. We all seen it. That Thursday game where the tackle we got slammed on his head, and that Sunday he played and he hit his head and hit his head again. Got up woozy, so they not sure about Tua. Um, Tua, he could beat the rest of the guys in the league. He can't beat the top guys. He was in the same boat uh with Josh Allen. And who else in the boat with? Trevor Lawrence. Uh, who else? That's it. Um, but yeah, so honestly, if you don't get the job done this year, Tua's gone. And remind you, Tua contemplated return last year because of the injuries. So who who do I see possibly could go there? I could see Dak going there because Dallas not gonna pay him. Jerry already paid him twice already. Jerry Jones not gonna do that again. So I could see Dak maybe in Miami, or maybe with the Oakland. I mean, maybe with the Las Vegas Raiders. You mean to tell me that if you put Dak in one of those two situations, that Dak wouldn't win? I think he would because Dak he won 12 games a year. He'd struggle in the playoffs, and Dak had a damn pretty good year last year. So I could see him in one of those three places. I could, or a third place I could see that is with Seattle. One of those three places I could see that. All right, now let me get on to my next topic. Do the Commanders need Michael Thomas? I say no because he's coming off an injuries. That's not a fault of his own. He's 31. He played 10 games last year, and in 2020 he played 3 games. So he played. I mean, so he's a damn good player when he's healthy. But when he's out, you know, other guys step up. Or do they think Chris Olave will take another step in his development? Maybe. Um, so, like I said, he's a good player, 1,000 yard receiver. Um, I think they have to stop going on names and just let some of these young guys grow. Like I look at our roster, what was that? Yesterday we got guys 6 foot, 6 foot. They could do the job, so let them do the job. You don't want to have um, a Jordan Reed situation where where when he plays, he is damn good, but when he's injured, he can't do nothing for the team. And like I said, that's not Mike Thomas' fault. It's that you've been playing in the league a long time. Um, and injuries just catch up with you. And they can't run all the routes. Yes. I haven't heard anything about the mayor Martavius Bryant. I haven't heard anything on that front. But sure, will it be a Ken body? Yes. But I think he knows that Michael Thomas, well, both of the guys, that they're on their last leg. Michael Thomas, because, like I said, he's injury prone, not a fault of his own. He's 31, and you have to look at one of these guys, you know, jump up in the jump up in the air and get the 50-50 balls. They land pretty hard on that turf. You know, Calvin Johnson, man, he did that in one game, and he hurt his back when he played for Detroit. Had ankle problems and things like that. So will he be a good addition? Yes, he would. But like I said, let these guys grow. We a young team. We a mix of veterans and young and youth. I like to see what these guys could do. So he just gonna have to stay by the phone and you know be ready when his number called. It could happen. Just look at Joe Flacco last year, 39 years old, was sitting at home on the couch, taking care of his kids, and and the Browns called the buck, and he took the Browns to the playoffs, and they had three other quarterbacks who won games for them last year. So, do they really need Deshaun Watson? I say, looking at it, they they don't. But the money they paid them, yeah. Now, will he bounce back? We'll see because they just got James this off season, so we don't know if Deshaun Watson gonna be healthy or not. You know, if he struggle, I could see Jameis. I could see Jameis going in there and winning some games. Shout out to the black and white content creator. Uh, he, I got that idea from him. So shout out to him for bringing this question up. But yeah, at this point in Michael Thomas' career, he wants to win. I'm pretty sure he wants to win the ring because we have a, like I said, we have a mix of young guys, uh, guys who want to back into their careers, who are still productive. And when healthy, Michael Thomas is productive. When he's out of the lineup, he's not. That's just like I said about the Jordan Reed situation. One game he's in, a couple of games he in, uh, then a couple of games he out because of injury. Everybody knew what Jordan Reed could do when Jordan Reed was playing for us. Cowboys fans, Eagle fans know it. Giants fans know it. Just ask. So you don't want it. You don't want that. Now the Jet staff, their jobs on the line because Aaron Rodgers, he's coming back off of Achilles injury that he injured last year in the first game last year, and they put him. They had what 6 games in prime time. So so if it if it goes bad, then like I said, everybody in the Jets organization is going to lose their job. The only difference is if Rodgers go down again. I'm not saying I don't want that to happen for them because they put everything together. They have a nice O line for 'em, um, good receivers that can play. They got Michael Williams from the Chargers. So um so um so their their number one receiver won't be out there making all the plays by himself. And then they have a valuable veteran backup man, Tyrod Taylor. Now Tyrod Taylor, he always got the short end of it because he's always been he always gotten hurt. Just look what he did with his career. When he was with the Browns, and Baker Mayfield was with the Browns. Tyrod Taylor, he damn near beat the Saints, but the Saints just made more plays than they did that game. But so Tyrod is a journeyman, but well respected. Hell, last year, no, what was that? The year before, Tyrod came in there and beat us. What was that? Twice last year. So Tyrod could play. Like I said, he he he, he he's a journeyman. But I feel comfortable that he's there than Zach Wilson. Um, so we know Bo Nix is the starter in Denver. We know that. So I'm interested to see how that plays out. I think Zach Wilson probably be the third quarterback on the roster. Um, so yeah, let me talk about Zach Wilson for a minute. New York, New York was just too big for him. When I say that, that's the media capital of the world. You know, and when you play bad, they gonna criticize you. You gonna hear everywhere you go, and I'm sure he did. That's just like a Washington, a Dallas, a Philly. When you have those fan bases, and like the New York Jets, who who struggled at the quarterback position. Yeah, Gino did okay, but also Gino struggled. So, and then when you have that, and Coach Sala, like last year, I know he was like, damn, we lost Aaron Rodgers now. Our season is our season gonna go down the drain because we have Zach Wilson. Even though he can't say that, but I know that's what he was thinking. And they hired somebody else to help Nathaniel Hackett with the offense when they really wanted to fire him, but they couldn't do that because they have Aaron Rodgers, and Nathaniel Hackett, that's Aaron Rodgers' guy. So yeah, so they don't. So if you don't get it done, you know, like I said, they're gonna be out. Um, will he go back to the 49ers? It happens, I'm sure he would. Because he knows Kyle Shanahan. And that's the spot that he got his coaching career started at with the 49ers. Uh, mhm. Let me see what else. Oh yeah. Um who gets picked? Oh yeah. Who gets picked first? Jefferson or CD? I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Jefferson because their their owner not stingy when it comes to paying his receivers, and Jerry Jones he gonna pay them guys, but it's gonna come down to the price that he wants, not the price that they want. One thing about playing in Dallas, yeah, you'll get recognized. Yeah, you were the starting helmet. Yeah, you're the most watched. You're the most watched team on Fox when you're on Fox, and every fan base just about hatred. But we see Dallas, they have what I like to say that Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, people tuned in to see him lose. Now, when teams beat Dallas, that's a satisfaction for their fan base, or even if you're not a fan base of that team, you want them to beat them, and that's just a fact. Like when Cooper Rush, like when Dak was out. Oh, if you know how these Dallas fans was last year. Oh, if we had that, we would have won. Come, come, really? And Dak, like I said, Dak can play. Dak is proven. But what happened? What happened? The first go round, they beat Dallas. Point blank period. So I think Jefferson didn't get paid. Jefferson didn't get paid first. He's the number one guy. Addison going into his second year. He's a good receiver as well because if you lose Jefferson, Addison to be the number one guy. He's small. He's about Addison about what 5'9", 5'10". You need that tall receiver who can win 50-50 balls. Not saying that Addison can't do that. And by the way, when Jefferson was out last year, he stepped up to the plate. So credit to him. But Minnesota need Jefferson. Let me ask you this: you take Jefferson. So you take Jefferson and you put him over there with Cincinnati, and you take T Higgins off. Jefferson and T Higgins, they're both still be successful because you'll have a number one receiver, Addison to be still the still the number two, yeah. Um, and T Higgins, he had a damn career, damn good year last year, a career year for him when when Lamar Chase was out. Again, T Higgins stepped up to the plate. So, but we know Cincinnati not gonna pay T Higgins. So, like I said to you guys last time, they might as well trade him because we know how cheap Cincinnati is. I'm surprised that they gave Joe Burrow his money, but you know what? They had to because Joe Burrow's that dude. I'm not saying that just because I'm an LSU fan, but fact is facts. Like you take Lamar off of the Ravens, they lose. You saw when he got hurt. What was that? A couple of years ago, and they had Tyler Huntley, and he couldn't get over the goal line, and he could win games as well. That's not a knock on him. See, when you play these backup quarterbacks, um, you have to you have to no, you can't call the same plays that you would if your starter was in the game. You just would. When Dak was out and Cooper Rush was in the game, you're not gonna call the same plays like you do for Dak. You just not. You're not gonna take. You're not gonna take that risk and calling a certain play. You're not gonna tell Cooper Rush to go win that football game. No, you're gonna manage the game for him because unlike that, well, you can say that go win the game for us, and that can do that. That can also, throw interceptions. But that's what comes with it. And like I said, Jerry Jones, he's gonna pay CD, but when but he's gonna pay him the amount that he wants because that's how Jerry Jones is. And y'all heard him, man, when him and Doc had that press conference. He said he said I overpaid you. He said that he said that when he was sitting next to them, I overpaid you, but when I want something, I overpay for it. So we'll see. Mike McCarthy, if you don't advance in the playoff, he's gone. Dak is on the last year of his stuff, so he can walk, which I think that'll make Jerry the most happiest person in the world because he saved what 60 million. He could keep that 60 million in his pocket. He don't have to write that check for that. So you let that walk. Uh, what's the side? Cooper Rush. Cooper Rush. Uh, a backup at best until the draft come up. Who's good in next year's draft? Shador. Uh, maybe the quarterback from Georgia. And whoever get him, the kid from Georgia, a 5-year rookie contract. Um, and then you got to pay Mike. So I think, like I said, I think Jerry gonna pay CD. I think he gonna pay Micah. But during postseason, um, Michael Parsons don't show up because at that time of the season, he was dealing with injuries or whatnot. And yes, both Dallas and the Vikings, they had some good receivers back in the day. They did. They had Chris Carter, Randy Moss. They had a good quarterback and Randy Cunningham. Robert Smith was a good running back. So they had talent. Um, so yeah. Oh, hold on. Give me a second, guys. Give me a second. Um, oh, and Brandon McManaman. You can't be doing that. Harassing them two flight attendant on the plane, though. You can't be doing that. This is the Me Too movement, the cancel culture era that we live in. You can't do that. You could get away with that a long time ago, but you can't get away with that no more. You know that. They not talking about it because you a kicker to them. In the media eyes, you less valuable. So I don't know what the commander's gonna do with him. Um, Now this is for my boxing heads out there. Usyk and Tyson Fury, they will have their rematch. The rematch will be on December 21st in Saudi Arabia. So look forward to that. Um, Mike Tyson, he had a health scare. It was coming back. Wait, he was going to Miami, and he was dizzy and got lightheaded. But the fight between him and Jake Paul is still scheduled. That's July 20th, which is also on Netflix. So for those who have Netflix, if y'all want to watch it, it'll be on Netflix. What else? Of course, I told you guys about the Tank fight, and this weekend, Deontay Wilder, he fighting Big Bang Thing on the zone. So those some fights to look forward to this weekend. Um, and long overdue. Baseball is always late to the party, but rather late than never. They they are now going to put in the record books the Negro League players. Long overdue, but like I said, it's better late than never. And I just found out that Satchel Paige, he actually had a better had the better had a better sideline than Babe Ruth did. So that wasn't surprising to me because the Negro Leagues, they all had talent. It is that the teams back in those days was racist, and they didn't have owner like owner like Branch Rickey, who wasn't ready to do that. And now the Branch Rickey, did he want to do that? Um, I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna say no because I think he saw Jackie Robinson and he used him. Point blank period. But I mean used him. He he got paid off of Jackie talent. And what Jackie Robinson did for the Dodgers. So he saw the money. He said, "Hey, let me get one of these black players to be the face of the Dodgers because the Dodgers back in them days was all white." I know some of y'all gonna get mad at the statement I just made, but hey, I'm just being real, and that's why y'all here for me to be honest with you guys, and that's what I truly think. I can't ask that man what that man really was thinking. But but if you had a heart to heart with him and you close the door, he would have really told you what he think. See, y'all think they slick, but they not. They always have get them behind closed doors. Get them like Jerry Jones. Have a conversation with them, and they tell you they tell you what they really think. Some of them you gotta get them liquored up, but if you get them liquored up, they tell you they tell you the truth. It was to me, like I just said, it was a money grab. It benefit him and it benefit the team. And Jackie Robinson got a chance to play. Just so happened when his birthday come around that every major league team wore the number 42 to honor Jackie Robinson and what that man did, not just for baseball, but he fought for the country. That's what Jackie Robinson did. What else I have for you guys? Oh, the Wizards they hired what's my right name? Yeah, they hired Coach Keith. Um, can't think of his last name right now, but he coached UC Irvine and he coached UNLV. Yeah. So the Wizards hired him yesterday. Um, let me see. Did I miss anything? No, I don't think I missed anything. Um, Yes, I think, like I said, I think Jefferson gonna get paid. Um, CD, CD and Micah, they gonna get paid. Dre just gonna let that walk because I think Dre knows that he only gonna go so far with that. To me, Dak and Romo have the same, well, not the same story, but they overachieved. Tony Romo, he was undrafted. What Dak was drafted in the fourth round, and they both had pretty much damn good careers up until this point. And 28 years later, they still didn't get there, go back to the Super Bowl. Now, would I take that over some of the guys that's in the league? Yeah, I would. And that he could be some of the he could be some of the guys. He be the Justin Herbert. See, when you don't think dollars, when you don't think they could beat a certain team, they end up beating that team. So that's what Dallas does. That's what every team do in the league. And the reason why I don't get upset anymore about how they play because guess what? They always gonna get paid. They're the ones out there taking the hits, getting injured, and coaches hired to get fired. Not saying that'll happen, but if if you all know the history, we always be the ones that entertain the other race. When I say the other race, I mean the white race. It is what it is. That's true, and that always be true. Um, but oh yeah, like I said last week, I haven't heard anything on the Trevor Lawrence front. Maybe they haven't having second thoughts about paying him. But they pay Trevor Lawrence too. They pay him. But if he struggle this year, they gonna put Matt Jones right up in there because, like I said, also he is a first round pick as well, and Matt Jones had everything to gain and nothing to lose. So when you have nothing to lose and everything to gain, you could play free, learn the system, and beat out the number one quarterback, beat out the number one overall quarterback. Like it still beat him out, and you're the man in Jacksonville. So yeah, so like I said, I'm gonna follow that storyline. I'm gonna follow, what what with the quarterback situation going on, and in Philly, I mean not Philly, excuse me, but Pittsburgh, I'm gonna follow that situation as well. Can Justin can Justin Fields beat Russell Wilson now? Of course he can, because that's the same thing Russ did to Matt Flint. I think at the excuse me for that, guys. I think Russ knows that he's on this last leg. Um, and he knows if it goes bad, he's a backup. So he gonna put everything he has into it. And the Eagles they also looking into Trey Burke. So we'll see what come with that. Also, I heard rumors that John Dollar might get traded to either Miami or Pittsburgh. I saw that on YouTube. I didn't see the video, but that's what I'm hearing. So y'all see. So I'm gonna look into that, and I'll keep y'all up to date when I have that information. Um, what else I have for you guys? The Mavericks and the Timberwolves. They play tonight at 8:30. So I still had the Mavericks. Kyrie. He just had a bad game, but tonight I think Kyrie gonna bounce back, and just like he did in Game One, Kyrie showed like he always was that dude, and I think tonight he gonna show that again. Um, and for all the guys who was criticizing Kyrie, they do need to apologize soon, and don't give a BS apology. No, give that man a real apology when y'all saying, because just like my man Ticket said, shout out to Ticket TV. They tried to destroy Curry, and I heard them say, "Oh well, he grew up, he matured, um, he happy." The more that story, they mad because Kyrie left LeBron first, and LeBron didn't get a chance to leave Kyrie high and dry. That's why they really upset, and that Kyrie wanted to have his own team before LeBron came back. That's what Kyrie was doing, and I think if they would have kept building that with Kyrie when he was with Cleveland by himself and got somebody to go alongside of Kyrie, they would have been a formidable team to be reckoned with. That's why they was mad. Man, and I'm gonna give a shout out to Mark Cuban because Mark Cuban took that chance on Kyrie when nobody else did. They'll go for like saying that they'll go for Stephen A, Shannon Sharp, Nick Fidel, and so many other guys who bashed Kyrie, saying that he was the problem. Nah, he wasn't. I mean, you look at a guy like KD, who who don't talk this, who don't talk to his teammates and things like that. That's cool. But when y'all on the court and y'all put that jersey on, y'all go out there and represent the team that y'all play for. And Kyrie got snubbed once again because Kyrie should have been on Team USA. He just should have been. But we know people around the league and probably Team USA, they didn't want Kyrie on the team. But you're gonna put a dude, and it's no disrespect to Kawhi. You're gonna put a dude on the team like Kawhi, who been injured during the season, during the playoffs. Now he played most of this year, but in previous years he was out with injury, and now y'all gonna get that spot to him, and not Kyrie. But I think they should have gave that spot to Kyrie, and Kyrie should have been on top 75 list. That's just me. But he should have been. So yeah, that's what I think on that. The reason I ain't talking about how Jaden Daniels doing because it's just all just the OTAs. I need to see like what they do in the regular season, and then I mean what they do in the preseason. Excuse me, and then what they do in the regular season. Nobody ain't hitting really. He throwing against air right now. His passes look good from what I heard. The ball not hitting the ground. So I'm gonna let the beat writers do that, do their work. I'm gonna just talk about what I see when it's game action and it's real. But I'm happy that he's here. I was I want nothing but the best for him. And like for all the rock quarterbacks in the past, that's what I wanted for them. Um, so with that, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. I see y'all on the next one. Peace. That's the share. I keep on forgetting that's the share.